every day I go for lunch at this tea shop, and Fabiano is there, as are the Dutch group.
Superstition. It's part of their daily routine. Here we see Yangyi on board 2 with an upfloat. Yangyi on 3.5 points out of 5. He will be playing Erigaisi, one of the leading pack, who has 4 out of 5. So with white, he'll be aiming to leapfrog his opponent. Maybe we can check out some of the head-to-heads in the background. We see Nakamura against Esipenko as well.
Interesting, actually, to hear Alexis Saran's reflections on that game, because he said that he wasn't expecting such an ultra-aggressive response from Arjun Erigaisi, and then he said, he felt like he was playing badly, but then once he finished the game, he realised actually he played normally, and it was a good game from him.
It was a very good game, and in that one, Erigaisi with white chose knight to c3, so it's interesting that Yangyi has been playing the Petrov with black, Erigaisi's been playing against it with white, and now they've pretty much switched roles, and mind games afoot.
Yes, and we're waiting for Yangyi to make a decision. We've seen many responses. We've seen the knight come out to c3, we've also seen white establish a foothold in the centre, and we've also seen moves such as the bishop coming out to attack the knight, and also the pawn just stepping 1 square forward to attack.
Plenty of options here. He chooses the most classical pawn to d4, and we'll await to see developments in this game. Yangyi maybe not known for playing e4 too much with white, so a bit of a surprise, and we'll catch up on this one a bit later.
Yes, and let's move down to pawn 3.
Maybe, because look at this. Pawns just staring up against each other. I mean, it's like symmetry with all the... Literally, it's traffic jam. It's rush hour between these pieces in the centre. I mean, what? Literally every central square occupied.
Oh, but the bishop on f5 is misplaced, David.
If only it was over on c6.
If it was on c6, perfection.
Or even better if the knight was over on c6 and the bishop was back on e6.
Wow.
Symmetry.
Yeah.
But, okay, we have to investigate how we got here before we try to unpick what is actually going on in the game position. We saw a very standard line of the Petrov. We left it just a couple of moves before this. Black played knight to a6, trying to land a knight into b4, attacking the queen. This one rented a3, bishop g4, and okay, this is still mainline theory, but after b4, white gaining space, knight to c7, knight c3 was where Erigaisi was suddenly allowed to press the chaos button, a5, breaking white's pawn structure, now attacking white's central pawn, and after it was defended, c5.
C5, okay, and with so many captures, we do have to just tuck in here. So, first up, let's have a look at what happened. I mean, where to begin? Okay, so first of all, let's investigate c takes d5.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? Because with calculation, we're taught to look at the most forcing moves. Checks, captures, threats. There's no checks. Captures, there's literally 1. There's 1, 2,
and 3, and 4, 5, and also knight takes knight.
And 5, yeah. Okay, all the errors. Let's get rid of those. But c takes d5, as you mentioned, maybe the most natural. Attacking this knight, also undermining what's the other knight on e4. Black will react somehow.
Yeah. So black also has the choice.
Knight takes 9.
Well.
Knight takes d4. Oh my gosh. I'm getting a headache.
Yeah, I know. Let's look at the knight takes d4.
Okay, knight takes d4. Makes a lot of sense. I have to take. That's very forcing, actually. You attack my queen, so I have to take back.
Yes.
Now, not too much choice.
Yeah, you have to go pawn takes bishop.
Yeah. Okay, I think we found maybe the most logical line. Now double attack on both of white's knights. So, for example, knight takes knight, met by bishop recaptures. If bishop takes knight, black will take something.
Yeah, maybe you have to go. You can actually go pawn takes knight.
Wow. Yeah. I think you could actually take all 3 of those pieces. I think they were all totally fine for black. And at the end, we would be met with a mess such as this one, where we do a quick count. White is currently 2 pawns up, but a5 is definitely doomed, and this pawn on c3 is probably the best of the bunch. Big threats actually, such as queen to h4, such as queen takes d5.
And like you're right, if white tries to be clever and goes queen to f5, you can just go bishop takes.
The very minimum, bishop takes h2, and a check, regaining the piece, and after all of that fun, we'd be left with a drawn rook again, Ivanka. And all these pawns would probably just drop off the board. did predict everything would fizzle out, and if we catch up with the live position, it did fizzle out, to say the least. We got to move 30, utter symmetry of pawns, level material, rook game, draw.
Yep. Well, a fair result there for both players, and Arjun Erigaisi moves to 4.5 points out of 6.
Yeah. Do you think you will be disappointed with this one?
Yes, you will definitely be disappointed with the outcome.
Yeah, with White, he had it's half a point behind Erigaisi as well. Has a rest day tomorrow. He wasn't able to press hard, but let's just rewind.